you, that's what the low gang's done.
If you've so much as turned on a screen in the past 5 years, then you may have heard about this man.
Just like some classic rich.
Yeah.
It's hard to describe Logan Paul's social media profile as just one thing. But Logan Paul is, in fact, so many things.
I got nothing to say.
A YouTuber who collects Pokemon cards. A boxer who fought Floyd Mayweather. A WWE champion whose signature move involves vaulting himself through the air like a flying squirrel.
I think the things that we're doing are cool, and I'd like to share the story.
At just 28 years old and with over 91 million followers combined across his social platforms, Logan has become a virtual mainstay for hordes of young millennials and Gen Zers who connect with his tandem of boyish antics and brash machismo online.
People love to hate you.
It's fun. Sometimes I hate myself. I think that comes with being the United States champion.
You're one of the original social media influencers. What do you think of it?
Some positives, some negatives. I really appreciate the opportunity that is social media. You know, anyone can pick up a phone now, make a video, edit it, and distribute it to millions of people around the world like that. That's insane.
The numbers don't lie. Millions of followers hang on Logan's every post. But that kind of reach means major influence, particularly to his young audience. He's also the co-owner of Prime, now a major player in the sports drink space. That's also catching heat from Congress.
And the problem here is that the product has so much caffeine in it that it puts Red Bull to shame. But unlike Red Bull, it is specifically targeted. The advertising campaign is targeted at kids under 18.
We'll get more into that in a minute. But first, a pressing question for our non-Gen Z audience.
Who is Logan Paul?
I'd like to think that at my core, I embody the essence of possibility. I love the idea of doing things that are impossible, are things that seem so far-fetched and crazy that when you tell your friends, they laugh at you. And then you do it. And then you do it again.
Before he was a global sensation, Logan and his brother Jake grew up in suburban Ohio. In many ways, life for Logan Paul up until college was pretty run-of-the-mill.
Doing all this research on you, I was like, you had a 4.0 at Ohio studying engineering. You're probably smarter than people give you credit for.
I think that's probably the real answer. Yeah, look, I didn't get here by accident. You know, there was a bit of strategy and stuff and like maybe a little bit of intelligence. But if people know that, the stick's over. So I'm gonna go ahead and play dumb jock for now.
No, Mel, I don't care. I don't care, Mel. I don't care.
Logan and Jake started to build a following on Vine. You remember Vine, right? When Vine went the way of MySpace, the pair moved to YouTube, where for the last 7 years, Logan has amassed a following of more than 23 million followers.
I'm curious what you think is the secret sauce that makes you successful at it.
I really love what I do. I was 7 years old with a video camera in my hand, taking videos of my brother doing funny stuff around the house. And because of that, I get to make it my life and my business.
But it's his latest venture, Prime, that is aiming to tackle the high-powered $193 billion sports and energy drink market, which has long been dominated by industry giants like Gatorade and Powerade, owned by Pepsi and Coke, as well as massive brands like Red Bull and Monster. Combined, these companies are worth more than $500 billion and command the lion's share of the market.
Let's talk about the success of this company, Prime.
Drink Prime, yeah.
$1.2 billion in sales.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, Ava. That's a lot. That's a big number. We saw an opportunity. We think the sports drink market, the hydration category, was a bit archaic. A lot of the leading companies in the vertical are really high sugar and have really old formulas. We saw an opportunity to make a great product that was a better-for-you product.
Prime's drinks have 0 added sugar, but the company's energy drink has 200 milligrams of caffeine. catching the attention of politicians like New York Senator Chuck Schumer, criticizing the company for marketing to young fans and demanding the FDA investigate Prime for its caffeine content.
Prime is born from the reels of social media and the enigmatic world of influencers. Kids see it on their phones as they scroll.
What did you think of the fact that Chuck Schumer is talking about you? But are you guys targeting children?
That's such a heavy claim. But I want to dive into it. We are a social media first company, social media creators, and we market on social media as such. The thing about social media is there's data, right? There's analytics. So when claims are made like, oh, you're marketing to kids, we can see if that's true or not. 90% of my audience is above the age of 18. 93% of Prime's audience is above the age of 18, according to Instagram's analytics. When people like Chuck come out and say, marketing to kids, it's an easy thing to say, but is it true? And according to the data, it's not.
ABC News reached out to Instagram to confirm Paul's statistics, but has not heard back thus far.
There are other drinks with very similar amounts of caffeine in them. Why do you think they went after your drink?
When you create a product that is as disruptive as Prime, money is coming out of someone's pocket. We're eating up the market share of some of the biggest corporate conglomerates on the planet. They aren't happy about that.
Still, there's a public concern over kids' exposure to energy drinks. According to the American Academy of Pediatrics, caffeine and other stimulant substances contained in energy drinks have no place in the diet of children and adolescents.
The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends that children under 12 do not consume any amount of caffeine. The recommendation is 0 milligrams of caffeine. Children older than 12, the limit is about 100 milligrams of caffeine daily.
It's not the only popular product with a soaring caffeine count. Products like Bang Energy, 5-Hour Energy, and Celsius all contain at least 200 milligrams of caffeine or more.
200 milligrams of caffeine in an adult may have no effect. It may be considered a healthy amount in that adult, depending upon the size, but in a child and somebody less than 12 years old, and depending upon how small they are, that may have a much greater impact, depending upon the child's weight, and it may cause more serious effects than it would in an adult.
Is there anything that you would say to parents or kids out there that are young? Because I know there's a disclaimer on the energy drink. It's not meant for kids under the age of 18.
Caffeine consumption isn't recommended for kids or anyone under the age of 18. That's an industry standard thing, not a Prime specific one. But I think in general, people need to be smart about what they're putting in their bodies, right? Like our energy product says energy on it. Comes in a can. It's 18 plus, and it's marketed that way on all of our social media posts. Our hydration product comes in a bottle, all ages. Don't be a consumer that just buys any random thing and puts it in your body. Like, do a little bit of research, just like you would with anything that you're putting in your body.
It isn't the first time Logan himself has courted controversy. In 2018, he caught fire from the internet after he decided to post this video from a visit to Japan's so-called suicide forest. The video contained footage of what appears to be the body of someone who died by suicide. Logan apologizing at the time to my colleague, GMA anchor Michael Strahan.
This was a horrible lapse of judgment. And I can, will, and am going to learn from it and be a better person.
You're not new to controversy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You are pretty comfortable with controversy, I would imagine, at this point.
You grow up online, in front of people. I'm not perfect. I'll never be perfect. I've made mistakes. Everyone's seen them. And I've also had a lot of successes, and I'm blessed for all of them. But as long as I learn from my failures and move forward appropriately, which is all I can do, I think we're doing an all right job.
But in the meantime, he's keeping busy with some of life's most meaningful moments. In July, Logan got engaged to Danish supermodel Nina Agdal.
I really love that girl. I love her a lot, yeah.
Are you excited?
I'm really excited.
And he's now looking forward to the next chapter. A little less boyish, a little more grown up.
How soon are we going to see Logan Paul the dad?
God willing, within a year, maybe? Honestly, I just want to be a good dad. I really just want to be a good dad. It's cool to make your own legacy. I think it's much cooler to create someone who has the potential to make a legacy of their own.